Win as one. EA Sports FIFA 21 sponsors Saturday Social.
We've got to talk Man City, we've got to talk Pep, because it was confirmed this week that they are Premier League champions. Now, before we delve in to talking all things Man City, Harry, you know what's coming. We've got to remind you of something that you said on this very show. Have a look at this.
When we lost 6-1 in the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, it's over. Then when I saw Liverpool lose 7-2, I said, what's happening there? Then I said, you know what? We're going to win the league. And here we are, top of the league, 3-point clear. Where are our oppositions? I can't see you. I'm a confident bloke. People call me mad, but make sure you clip this when we win the league. And you're like, you know what, Harry, fair play to you, pal. You knew it. You saw it. You had the vision. Okay. Unlike people like him who don't want to say how they really feel.
Oh, you're not having Joe.
Yeah.
Harry, can I just say,
as you can see,
you said make sure you clip this.
Me. Look at the background. It's not the same. There's more T-shirts there. You know what? I'll be real with you, yeah? That was the first sign of me, losing my mind a bit with United. Because, like, we was definitely in a position that I haven't seen in a while, which was looking like we was going to challenge for the title, innit? And I didn't see City. City was so far away, innit? And I think it's a credit to their season, innit? They've made me look like a fool, but also they've proved themselves as to be a better team than United this season, innit? Like, the only thing that I'm going to say before I get killed by you lot is that we've lost the same amount of games as them, if not just one, and it's draws that's killed us. So if we can, rectify that situation for next season, I will be back here saying what I was saying last season.
HP, what I love about it is that you said make sure you clip it. So we're only doing what you asked. You also said to me that you buy me a pair of shoes if you didn't win the league, which is unreal for me because there was nothing for me to lose.
I've actually got them right here. I've got them here.
I'm a size 10.
Naggers.
Chunks, Chunks, what are your thoughts on that Harry Pinero prediction? We've got to get Chunks' thoughts on that.
What did he say?
What are your thoughts on Harry's prediction there? We've got to get your thoughts on it, mate.
To be fair, I respect the fact he just went out on a whim. You know what I mean? You have to respect it because obviously, Joe doing up fancy stuff, sitting on fences. Yeah, so I do appreciate Harry giving it a punt, and he wasn't too far off second position. So you know what I mean? I respect it.
All right, let's relax. I don't appreciate the fence comments. I don't appreciate the fence comments at all. But yeah, City were obviously crowned champions, like HP said, absolutely deserved it. After Manchester United, of course, lost against Leicester, the scenes at the Etihad when they were crowned looked pretty wild, it has to be said afterwards. Oh Lord! But no,
that's going on.
I don't want to wind them up too much here because they have been fully deserved champions, haven't they? They've been absolutely fantastic throughout the course of the season, and I'm sure the scenes are going to be much more wild over the coming weeks. HP, your reaction to that?
No, it was crazy. You could see the atmosphere was buzzing. All Man City fans were there, as you could see, which was great. I think to get all the fans there in short notice as well is amazing, isn't it? So, I mean, look, well done, Man City. It's a good
crazy
over there. It's
amazing.
amazing.
They could fit 11 people. 11 people outside. It's nuts. I thought, I thought there was 12, no? There might be one missing, but it's
14. It's 14.
Right. Let's give you a bit of balance to talk City. Before we talk about City, let's have a reminder of what Gary Neville had to say about Pep Guardiola a few weeks back.
Pep Guardiola's outstanding record in cup competitions, 14 now and 1, 14 victories, 1 defeat in 15 finals. It's absolutely out of this world, and the football that they play is magnificent. It really is. I think they may have the greatest manager of all time when we look back in sort of 10, 15, 20 years' time. Just the way in which he's infiltrated countries and dominated football, but also influenced others. And I don't think I've ever seen it. And you look at how he's won now in 3 different countries. He's dominating now in this country. He's going to win the league title very soon in the next couple of weeks. That's 3 in 5 years it would be. They're massive achievements.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola, 31 trophies in 12 seasons as manager. He's only lost 1 in 15 cup finals. And if you actually look at the teams he's played in those cup finals, that is incredible. I think we all agree that he's probably the best manager in the world right now. But Harry, where do you think he ranks in terms of the greatest managers of all time? If we look at the managers of the modern era, where would you put him?
Modern era, I'd definitely say what Gary's saying has a lot of legs because we're seeing someone, like he said, dominate leagues, could arguably go and win the the Champions League if that happens.
Yeah.
And this is the one trophy that everyone was saying that if he needs to win this to prove himself. And I think he's done exactly that. And I think he's changed football. For me, the best manager I've ever seen was Fergie, and I think over time he definitely will take over that reign and be the best manager in the world and ever. For me, I think in club football, he's absolutely been amazing. And when his teams have been good, there's been no teams in the world that can come near them. And I think that says a lot about him.
Yeah, it's tough to compare the sort of Pep versus Sir Alex, isn't it? Because obviously it's different, it's still Premier League, but it's different eras. 38 trophies in 26 years at Man United, Sir Alex won. He also won 10 as manager of Aberdeen as well. When we look at Pep, though, do you think there's the big thing we have to talk about is his philosophy, the way that he's gone to Germany, to Spain, now to England, and the way that he's coached players and the style of football that we see, I just feel is on such a different level. You see playing out from the back, the possession base, the false nine, and it looks like, Harry, that a lot of other clubs are trying to play the Pep Guardiola brand, but cannot do it as effectively. Do you think Pep deserves real credit for the philosophy and the way that he plays?
Yeah, when he took over from Frank Rijkaard, I didn't know nothing about him apart from the fact he used to play. But he genuinely changed football for me and for everyone else. Like playing out the back, the passing, tiki-taka. He made it a good watch when you're watching football. And I think you need credit. You definitely need to give him credit for that, because look what he's still doing now. We're talking about getting players from youth systems, building them up to be first-team players with Phil Foden. Even Zinchenko, he's put some sort of energy in him to believe that they're the best players in the world. And I think that's what he does. That's what he demands from his players. And his players give it back to him. So it's a successful way of becoming a manager. And I think he's done it. I don't think there's anyone that's near him at the moment and will be for a long time.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that one, HP. Chunkz, what are your thoughts on Pep? Do you think he's taken over Sir Alex yet, or you think still needs a few more years?
Definitely, I feel like still needs a few more years, because I feel like with Fergie, he's won titles and like trophies with way worse teams. I remember you guys having like Anderson in the middle, and he's getting, Premier League titles. I don't know how he even did that. So
Anderson's
like,
name.
No, but like I'm saying, like,
man.
Bro, if you're now comparing him to the Fernandinhos and stuff, you know what I mean? In terms of, I feel like obviously Pep is an incredible manager, of course, one of the best in the world, but I want to see him do it in like a mediocre team. Like I feel like he's been at all the best teams. He's been at Barcelona, you know what I mean, when Messi, Suarez name, obviously you got Iniesta's, and then you've got Bayern Munich when they were just popping teams. So I'm not discrediting him at all, but I'm saying I want to see him like take over a Tottenham or something and just see if he can do the same. That's when, for me, that's when your level's above, like when you're getting results and that you're not meant to be getting. But with that City team, like with that squad depth, it'll be a bit concerning if you weren't getting what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not trying to discredit him, definitely not. But yeah, I feel like he's getting enough respect, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. That's an interesting shout, because I just don't think he'll ever drop down to that level now. Yeah. He's obviously already done it at the top teams, isn't he? He's done it at your Barca's, your Bayern's, your Cities. I don't think we'll ever see him go back to that level. I don't know what you think, Smithy.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, look at his trophy haul we said earlier. He's absolutely incredible. The amount of trophies. We forget the amount of trophies he won as a player and as a manager as well. It's just an incredible football brain. But I think the Champions League is such a massive, massive moment for Man City. And do you think, Harry, that this, for his legacy, he needs and he wants this for City because it's the one trophy that eludes him? And if Man City do win this, he has to win it for you, Chunkz, do you?
Yeah, it's been 10 years now. You have to go and win it now because obviously domestically done very well. But like now we're talking about Champions League, the best teams in the world. Man City, for me, are the best team in the world, so they have to go and prove it against Chelsea. Whether they do so or not, we'll find out.
Cool. Okay, very quickly, prediction. Who's lifting the Champions League trophy then, Harry, for you?
I'm going Man City.
Man City.
City.